What's going on, guys? Welcome back. The wait is over. This is episode 9 of the Build Series Season 3. For all you avid subs, you guys know what we've got going on, but if you're new here, this is Build Series Season 3. We are working on a 2015 Yamaha R3, taking it from bone stock and trying to make an awesome motorcycle out of it. I'm Motonosity. I'm your host here. I do the camera, I do the talking, I do the building. I'm doing all of it here. Bear with me, guys. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode in this series, you can check out the playlist link for the entire series down in the description. It's got all the videos that have come out before this and all the ones that are going to come out after this. I'm wagering that you guys aren't going to want to miss the end of the series, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications with that little bell so you guys don't miss a single episode when they come out. But today, we finally get back to work on the R3. I know it's been a little crazy recently. I'm sorry. But today, we're back to work. I want to give a huge thanks to a couple of the partners for the build. Enigma Coatings, who's doing all of the powder coating on this build, and they do the powder coating on all the other builds as well. Chris over there is awesome, so if you're in the Austin area, make sure you go to Enigma Coatings for all your powder coating needs. And of course, YamahaR3Racing.com. Jesse is awesome. He's got tons of tutorials for the R3, and he only carries the best parts. So if you have an R3 and you're looking for parts, go ahead and check out his website or Enigma Coatings down in the description. Otherwise, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on today. Oh, by the way, we are giving away this bike at the end of the series. Did I not mention that? Yeah, go check out the Patreon link down in the description. One of you guys, fans of the Build series, are gonna be able to get this bike at the end of the series. So if you wanna check out all the information about that, hit that link. I'm not keeping this bike. Y'all are. Well, one of you is keeping this bike. So let me see how quick I can catch you guys up here if you are new or you've just forgot. We got 2015 Yamaha R3. That's what we started with. Took it apart, down to the pieces. Most of them are still on the floor. But stuff happened. We put it back together, almost, kind of. We got some powder coated and we're starting to put it back together. What we've got going on today, as you can see, we got nothing here. There's nothing up here. But that is gonna change in this episode. Some of it is down on the floor over there. Some of it is over on the floor over there. We have a fork upgrade kit, and that's what we've been trying to get done the past couple weeks. We got the front wheel, got that over here, hiding, because it's scared of, I don't know, probably the weather outside. It's pretty frightful. We're supposed to get snow here in Austin, Texas for the 3rd time this year. Well, not this year, but like this winter. The last time that we had like legit snow was 2011, so like 6 years ago. And we've already had 3 days of snow here this winter, so that's why I'm inside, not outside. So today we're gonna be installing that fork upgrade kit. We're gonna be putting the freshly powder coated triple tree onto the front of the frame, getting that all mounted up. And then the forks will go into the triple tree. G-rated, guys. G-rated. PG. Good old Shrek. Shrek is PG, right? There's some dirty jokes in there if you look hard enough. Mainly just poop and fart jokes. It's all we got going on here. But yeah, I don't want to keep you guys waiting from the build too long, but stuff, it'll happen. We're gonna put things in and mount things up and then put a wheel on it, and then it's gonna look like a motorcycle, and we're gonna take it outside and roll it down the street. Not really, but eventually we will. So let's get started. Move on to the forks. So in order to get these lower forks powder coated, I had to take off these plastic pieces. I think they're good enough to put back on, but we'll see. I forgot to hit record, but they went on pretty easily. A lot easier than it was to take them off. So as I mentioned, Jesse's got really good instructions on doing the whole install here, but he's also got instructions on how to make this kind of homemade fork seal driver. So that's what I'm gonna try to do right now. I've got this coupler, this larger coupler. This will go into here, and then this will go into here, and then on the other side of this, we've got this cap that we're gonna be hammering. And then on this end, this will fit into here if I'm not mistaken. And then this end is going to be used to hammer in the fork seal. Now the fork seal, here is the original one right here. This is gonna be coming off and we're gonna be putting a new one on here. What this is gonna do is fit over this. This is gonna slide all the way down and it's gonna press the fork seal down into the lower fork tube. The problem with this is there's just a couple modifications that we have to make to the coupler here. There's a ring on the inside. Yeah, you can see it right there. There's a little ring on the inside, a little dividing ring. That we're gonna have to Dremel out along with dremeling out the edge of this, because we look here, you probably won't be able to see this, but it doesn't sit completely flush onto the fork seal. It kind of sits on this inner edge right here. So we're gonna Dremel that out so that this will sit on the outer piece of the fork seal. So let's do it. So here's the old fork seal, and you can see now that this is Dremeled out, or right on the edge here, that it now fits flush on that. So we can drive that perfectly without messing up this ring. Dremeling out the inside of that, you can see now this can fit over this. And now we can reach all the way down here to drive the fork seal in. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty shocked at how simple that was. That worked perfectly. As you can tell, I got the full little tool that I made here. You just hammer it down until the fork seal doesn't move down anymore. Now all we gotta do is put the retainer clips in that I saved right here, and then the dust seal, and then we'll be able to move on to the actual kit that we've got. By the way, I figure now would probably be a great time to let you guys know, if you're here to actually see how to do this whole install, trying to see it on video. If you wanna see how I disassembled the forks, took them apart, took them off the bike, all of that, I'll link down a couple videos showing you guys the videos that I made when I did that stuff. We have the retainer clips and the dust seals put back onto the forks that you guys can see right here. So those are on. There's a couple things that we need from the stock damper rods. We've got this spring, and then there's a little plastic clip right at the top. We're taking those both off, and we're gonna be putting them on the damper rods that came with the kit. They're the two black ones that you can see right there. We'll take these off and put them onto those. So I got the damper rods all tightened up in here. You might have noticed me use a broom handle. Well, this is actually a extended paintbrush or paint roller handle. That's a little trick that I used when I was removing these, and it came in handy when I was putting these in. So the problem is the damper rods can spin inside of the fork. And so what that does is it allows you to kind of hold that damper rod in place as you tighten the bolt at the bottom of the fork. And what you're trying to get it to do is tighten it until the bolt at the bottom doesn't want to spin at all. By the way, if you have vice grips, you're gonna have it a lot easier than I did. But now that I got that done, we can start filling things up. There's the snow on its way. Right on the line. The pink is wintry mix and the blue is the snow, so should have snow shortly. So when you order the fork spring kit from YamahaRThurRacing.com, Jesse will set everything up for your weight and specifically for the R3. So I had Jesse set him up for a 180-pound rider. I figured that was probably the best average for whoever ends up having the bike. What I'm gonna do now, and again, this would be a hell of a lot easier if I had vice grip, but we're gonna make it work. So I've got the, I probably should get the other fork. Yeah, let's go get the other fork. Okay, so we've got both fork tubes. I'll leave this one right here. Got my fork oil. This is Maxima 15 weight. I'm gonna fill this up, pump the air out, then put this in, and then use this oil level tool. This is the holdup. This was the holdup and why the episode's coming out today. Get the level set correctly, then we'll pop everything in and screw on the cap for the fork. All right, oil's in. It says to fill it up to 3 inches from the top. I think I probably am closer to 2 or 2.5. It says to pump this up and down to get all the air out. I don't know how many times I'm supposed to do this. I think we're gonna have to put more oil in. Okay, drop this in. Level, and suck out the oil. Extend this all the way. Drop in this washer and spacer. Perfect. Okay, so that spacer is supposed to sit like just barely under the top of the fork, which it is, and then we can put on the cap. Now this is getting torqued to 6 foot-pounds. Kind of hard to torque it down when you don't have vice grip. You know what I can do? Once I have these in the triple tree, those will be clamped down, and then I can torque these. Just don't let me forget. One down, one to go. We have a problem. Okay, I think I've got it. Let's drop this. Please go in, please go in, please go in. Yes! Yes! So those little gold things that I put in with the spring on top, those are the cartridge emulators. The spring, the really long spring, sits on top of that. And if it's not seated correctly, then when you put everything else in, the washer and then that long spacer, it doesn't go all the way down. And in the instructions, it says that you can twist the fork back and forth and it might get it to seat correctly. I couldn't get it to do that, so I had to pull those out. I pulled out the spacer, I pulled out the washer, and I pulled out the spring. I should have just recorded it. But what I did is I turned this back and forth as I dropped that long spring down, and then it went all the way in. There are the completed forks. Now the forks are done. Those are ready to go on to the onto the bike. We'll be sliding them right into the triple tree. But before I do that, I want to do the front wheel because I didn't do this back when I did the rear wheel. The brake rotor is going to be swapped out for a better one that Jesse sent me. As with everything, I will link it down in the description. But this is the Galfer High Performance Disc Wave brake rotor. Should be pretty nice. So this is what we're going to put on. Yo, that is so sick, guys. I'm so stoked. Seriously, I thought something had to go wrong during this install and getting this wheel back on. Nothing. Went without a hitch. It's stupid late. But, look at that. Freaking, whoo. That looks Get out of the way, stupid tripod. That looks so sick. You guys didn't remind me. I gotta tighten down the tops of these. All right, so I got those caps torqued down. I also torqued down the steering stem bolt, which crazily enough, 69 foot-pounds. 69. That's gonna be it, guys. I'm so stoked. Seriously, I can't believe that everything went so smooth. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Dude, I wanna leave the bike like that. Dude, that looks freaking sick. That is it for episode number 9 of the build series. Just a reminder, if you want to check out the information for the giveaway of this bike, make sure you hit that Patreon link down in the description. Also, check out YamahaR3Racing.com and EnigmaCoatings.com. Those links are in the description as well. Huge thanks to the partners of the build. I'm so excited, guys. This is awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you did. Share it with a friend, and subscribe if you want to get notified of the videos to come. Remember, life's better with horsepower. Keep life lived. I'm Motonosity, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.